Hey, what's going on, guys? As you can see, been doing a little bit of work, and there is a little bit of a color difference, just a little bit. You can't really tell. I mean, you can tell a little bit. You can tell it is a little bit darker over here. But I got the key on. Got the fender somewhat on. The gaps look okay. There's that. And then that. Just sticking out a little bit down here along the edge. And it is sticking out, the door's sticking out a little bit further than the fender. I think I may end up loosening the bolts up here and see whether or not this will kind of kick out a little bit more. Got everything all somewhat put back on. Door closes pretty good. It locks. Got the back end all put somewhat back together. I gotta check my reverse light switch because those lights are on all the time. Had a little bit of an issue with the turn signal when my battery is fried. So basically I was just hooking my charger up to it, and it was kind of charging at the same time when I was messing with the electrics back here, just so I can get everything straight, because I was thinking I would go front to back, but then I started thinking about it and thinking maybe I should go back to front. So I'm going back to the front. So I finished up the back. Everything's working, lights are working, but when I went in there and cut the floor pan out, I ended up nicking some of the wires down there that I completely forgot about, so I had to figure out what was going on with those. Got the trunk all back together. Or the deck lid. I gotta clean that bumper up, it looks gross. I did go a little bit haywire with the buffer. Right there. I think I buffed it down to the paint. I did it over here, as you can see right there. I kind of did it there. I just took some spray, clear coat, and just threw it on there. I'm not even really worried about it. You can't really see it unless you're actually up on it, so that doesn't bother me at all. But as far as the buffing and the sanding came out, I think the buffing and the sanding came out really well. Can't wait to get this thing back together. I'm not going to do anything on it today. I've been working on it for quite some time. Well, not like quite some time, but just been kind of slowly working on it. I got to figure out why the hell my brakes aren't working now. Seems like my pedal's going all the way down to the floor, and that's a new master cylinder, so I don't know if it's an issue of I gotta rebleed the brakes or what, but I got a set of new tail lights coming. I've got the trim coming. What else? Oh, I've got to take this door apart. I got to get that corner window, because on this corner window I'm missing one of the studs. I was thinking I'd be able to get the other fender on, because I think I got the door where I want it. It does stick out down there. I don't know how I'm going to do, I don't know if I'm going to do anything with it. I probably won't. Maybe, you know, once I get the door in there and secured, maybe I can kind of, I don't know, get up against the wall and kind of push it in, maybe. I don't know. I don't really want to do anything crazy. What else? Oh, I don't know what the hell I did with my front lights. It seems like I'm missing stuff. I really don't remember getting rid of the taillights up there. I don't remember doing that. Maybe I did, but I can't remember. I mean, I looked at the old pictures of when I first got the car, and the lights were there, so I can't imagine why I got rid of them. But I can't find them. I have no idea where they are. Looked through all my boxes and everything, and I have no idea where they're at. But I probably will do a video on the windshield here, putting the new windshield back in, or putting a new windshield in there. But when I had some of the power going to it, it still does crank, so that's good. Everything's still working. I've got to replace my hood latch, and I went online to see how that's done. I'm not really too happy about that, because you basically have to remove it here and then take the wire out, pull this off, put the new one in there, and then you have to feed the wire back through. So I was hoping I wouldn't have to do that. For example, here's the new one. So you basically have to take the wire out of the whole cable, because there's no way, because that'll clamp. That clamps in there, you take the nut off. I was hoping it would have been better if they would have actually made this handle removable. That way you could just remove this, remove the handle, stick it right in there in the hole down there, and then be off with it. But at least it's new, so I mean, I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem, but I really don't want to do it. But it is what it is. But I got to take the door apart, or this door apart, so I can get that. It's not in too bad a shape. I still got to replace the rubber around it, which is fine. The old one needed to be replaced, and I bought a whole bunch of the rubber for it anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. And I'll just pay attention to taking this apart so I can get this door back together, and I still have the other one that I can look off of. So everything seems to be going pretty good. Of course, you see I got a whole bunch of the parts and stuff like that still out. Been going through all my bits and pieces. And I kind of set my dashboard up there, see what it looked like. I'm really hoping I can get it back on there because it did not seem fun. I don't know what switch that was. No, that's the light switch. I can't remember what that one is. But can't wait to get that in there. Get everything on there. Get everything in. The carpet's going to be fun because it's freaking like 5 million pieces. But at least everything will be out of it. But oh well. Fun. It didn't seem to come out good, so hopefully that piece that goes here kind of covers that up a little bit. But alright guys, oh, there's the hood. Finished buffing that out. Got a whole bunch of dirt on it, but that looks good. I kind of left the runs there. I'm not too worried about it, but get all this stuff on there, get everything ready to go. You know, and this might be kicking out because of, there's a better shot of it. This is probably kicking out because I think when I was fitting the door, I think I remember telling myself I needed to kick this out a little bit more so it wouldn't hit the fender. So I think that might be one of those little screw ups to where it's probably a good idea to fully put your fender on and then do the door skin instead of kind of half-assing putting that on. But because I mean it still kind of kicks out a little bit up there, but not as much as it does down here. But you know, it is what it is. I'm happy. I like how everything came out. With the exception of maybe the back half being a little bit lighter than the rest of the car, but you know, you can really tell. But oh well. Pretty soon it'll be all back together and I'll be driving it around. I'll probably end up going out and buying another quart of the paint just in case I ever feel like doing this again. And if I really want to do it again, it's not going to be that big of a deal. I'll just tape it up. And respray it, but that's if I ever really want to. I probably won't. I'll probably just leave it the way that it is. And just say I've got one of one. Nobody else has got a car like this. But it's not too bad of a match. That's a little bit darker, but it's not too bad. But I hope I can get the dashboard in here, because when I set it up here, the screws didn't really kind of match up with the holes, but we'll get that done. Alright guys, take it easy. Peace.